it's Kyle. Does this sound familiar to you? That's right. Recording from my vehicle. Have to run some errands. And so, there you go. How's everybody doing? Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Actually, it feels quite exhilarating and good to be running this errand. So, I'm not sad. I'm actually in a pretty good mood. Pretty wild. But yeah, it's been bizarre. I don't know how you guys are all faring, but man, I really hope you guys, I hope everyone that listens is still employed. I hope you're able to work from home if that's possible. If you're not, I hope you're being safe out there on the front lines, working, doing what you're doing. I appreciate you. I think that, this has really tested our resolve in this country and on this planet in general. And I think there's, of course, a lot of negative, bad things that are coming out of this. A lot of unfortunate, untimely deaths, which sucks. But I think there will be some good that comes out of it too. I hope we've all learned a few lessons, including I hope that we've learned that we need to be a little bit smarter about how we wash our hands and how we keep ourselves clean, and how it affects other people, not just us. And we need to quit being so damn selfish all the time, and really think about our fellow man and woman, and other. Don't want to leave anybody out. But yeah, it's been something else. I know, wham wham boo hoo. I do get to work from home, which is great. But it's also difficult. It's it wears on you. It takes a toll on you, and it's kind of a struggle. Even though I'm still employed, and that's fantastic. I'm able to do what I do from home. Simply because there were decisions that were made before all this started that ultimately led to me being able to do that, to be able to edit, higher end video and do effects and all that stuff on the go with a real high end MacBook Pro. So I'm fortunate that I have that ability and that option, and I definitely really appreciate it, and really appreciate the organization I work for giving me that option, that ability. That being said, I do look forward to going back to work, man. I do look forward to driving through this shit-ass traffic and dealing with it, because I think it was such a part of my life for so long that it's weird not having it around. But again, I know, wham wham boo hoo. So, let's see. Let's get on to the normal activities here. And the first thing I'm going to cover is what's bugging me. And, I guess what's bugging me the most is that sense of, is anyone else who's listening to this had that scratch in the back of their throat, or that, it's hard to say because it's allergy season too, but I've got it going on right now. You can probably hear by my sinuses and congestion that, it's allergy season, full blown right now. But I'll be honest with you, there have been times where I've had trouble breathing and stuff, and I know it's allergies, but that thought creeps into your head. Is this the beginning of COVID-19 and my struggle with it and all that stuff? And it's no longer something that we're like, it's only old people or people who've been sick or who are sick that are getting it, so I don't have to worry. We don't think that way anymore. There's people who are in their 20s that are perfectly healthy that have died. There's been little kids that have died. There's been really old people. There's been everyone in between. And so there's no boundaries on that. Certainly some people are more at risk than others for dying from it. But everybody has the ability to die from this. And anyway, it's pretty rough. It's a pretty rough deal. and it's pretty scary. And I know that there have been times where I'm having trouble breathing, and that anxiety starts creeping in, and I'm like, oh shit, where's my Xanax? And I usually just will take a Xanax and settle my mind down a little bit. It's only happened a couple times during this stay-at-home time. But to get my head off of it, man, because your brain's so powerful, it can definitely make you believe things that aren't true. And if you don't believe me, why don't you just watch those White House coronavirus task force deals? There's a lot of stuff going on in those where people's brains are convincing them things that are not true. Actually, you know what? Don't watch those. Don't watch those. Don't watch all this sad news. You know, it's going on. People are dying. That's all there is to it. It's real. It's sad. It's a bummer. But I prefer at this time to watch things that are a little bit happier. We really have stopped kind of watching the news. We keep up to date on what's going on, and obviously we're watching for any warnings or anything that's coming out. But I'm not going to sit and take a beating every night from the news and how sad the world is and all that. I really don't even like watching it when there's not a worldwide pandemic. So don't watch the news, man. Watch something else. Instead of it, why don't you watch a Three Stooges episode? Or, maybe a good old Andy Griffith where Barney's just out of control doing something silly. Lovable Barney. But yeah, the anxiety buildup and the anxiety that is related to this scenario is kind of immense sometimes, and it's gotten to me a few times, and it has bugged me. I mean, I know yesterday I struggled with it a little bit, and it's weird because in the morning when I first wake up, I struggle with allergies a lot, and then that's right now. And then in late afternoon, when we're going into the evening, somewhere around 3, 4, I start struggling with it again. And then right before bed as well, around 10 or so, I start struggling with it again. And it sucks, man. I hate it. I hate allergies. I don't hate it enough to go in and get these shots that may or may not work, this series of shots over a couple years. But I do hate it enough to where it's just annoying as hell. And with it striking right at the same exact time as this pandemic, it definitely has caused a lot of unwarranted anxiety. So I don't know if you guys have had any of that, but if you've had something like that, and you can do this anonymously, but I can give you guys, I'll give you guys a phone number you can call, or you can actually leave a message right on the anchor.fm page for this podcast. Or you can email me, or you can send me a text voice message. There's all kinds of things you can do. And if you want, and I have your permission, I can put it on the podcast. Or if not, that's okay. I can just say it and say it anonymously. Or if you don't care about any of that shit and you're just going to say your name and where you're from and what's going on, that's fine too. But I would love to hear from you. If you have had any anxiety or any anxious moments or feelings of dread when it comes to the possibility that you may have acquired this virus, let me know. My Twitter, or the Twitter, at DadSnark, or at the DadSnark. There's also dadsnark@gmail.com. And then there is, of course, the DadSnark Facebook page. Go on there, people. Be a part of the DadSnark Facebook page. Post some things. Leave a message. Be a part of this, man, and let's all discuss this in an open forum and talk about what's going on and what we've been feeling, what we've been thinking. Even if it's a silly story about something funny your cat or your dog did or your kid did while you're staying from home, or your significant other, it doesn't matter. Or something funny you did while you're working from home or working remotely or not working remotely. If you're out there and you're driving around working, it doesn't matter. But be a part of this, because man, we are all in this together, and that's the straight up honest truth. So I think we should all communicate it together. Again, what's bugging me is just that there's actually a meme, and I'll put it in the notes here, but It's funny. I saw it right when this came out, and it's got a little Chihuahua. And Chihuahuas kind of always look worried and nervous. I've had, 3 or 4 of them in my life, and they're interesting little dogs, but they always kind of have that, like they're just totally worried about something look on their faces, and it's pretty priceless. But somebody put a picture of a Chihuahua, and it's like, the meme is at the top, it's like, when you feel that scratch in your throat, and then underneath it says, "Is that you, Rona?" That one has resonated with me so much. I really like that meme. There's been a lot of great memes, which is sad. It's a pandemic to create so many great memes, and I call them memes. I know it's meme, but meme just is kind of what Americans call it. But yeah, man, be a part of this. Take part, all right? You may help somebody else. Seriously. Just discussing what you're going through and what you've felt and thought and all that stuff, it may help someone else know that they're not alone, all right? We're going to take it to the ad real quick, and then I'll be back with some things that I'm into right now. So, hey, Kyle? Okay, and we're back. Hey, everybody. Things that I am into right now. I have been listening to all of my records. Not hard to do when your office now is directly adjacent to your turntable. But yeah, pretty interesting to go back through some of these purchases that I've made over the last 9 months or so since I've been back into this. It's fun, man. I'll tell you, I just love music, and I love vinyl, of course. And I will put a link also to, there was a nice write-up. They take a different Vinyl Junkies patron every week, and they do a little write-up on them. They ask you some questions and all that jazz, and then you can respond to them, and then they do a little write-up on you in this newsletter. It's really, I'm honored to have taken part of that, and it's been really awesome. But I will go ahead and put a link to mine in the show notes as well. Check that out if you get a chance. Again, if you like vinyl, if you like music, or if you just want to know more about it, consider becoming a Vinyl Junkies patron. And, Sam, he does some great broadcasts. He's actually been broadcasting every single day of this pandemic, at least once a day, and spinning some records and talking about things. And it's been pretty amazing, pretty magical. I don't make it to all of them because, I do try and spend a lot of time with my family when I'm not working. And then, of course, I'm also working full time. So I haven't been able to make it to all of them, but I have made it to a lot of them. And I was able to actually help Sam get it set up so he can take calls during the show using Skype. And I guess now he's using Zoom as well. They're doing a pre-show Zoom where you can go in and discuss things before the show. But, it's just a really fun experience. I have discovered so much incredible music through it that I would highly recommend it to everyone. Like I said, even if you're not a vinyl person, you can still find out some music on there that you've never heard of that you will think is great. I will guarantee that. So give it a chance. But yeah, it's Vinyl Junkies. They have a great Facebook page. If you do listen to vinyl, you can post pictures on there of what it is you're listening to. The only thing they really ask is that you post a picture of the album cover and the record or whatever, and then in the comments below you post a YouTube link to the music, at least one of the songs anyway. They really require that you do that, and that way it just kind of lets other people hear the music too. If they've never heard of that particular record by even an artist they care about, it's kind of cool. I like the way it's set up. There's no opinions shared like, oh, that music sucks or whatever. That's bullshit. Everybody's allowed in there, and everybody's allowed to like what they like, and I think that's pretty fantastic. So try and be a part of that if you can. It's been really fantastic for me personally. But yeah, I've been listening to so much music. I'll post some pictures of some of the posts I've made through Vinyl Junkies and some of the records I've been spinning lately. But so many good ones out there, and so much new stuff and old stuff that I've been listening to. It's been pretty fantastic. I've talked about some of the records recently, so there's nothing really new in that respect. Watching things that we're watching right now. We're still going through Brooklyn Nine-Nine's last season. We really love that. There's no real new episodes of American Housewife or even what's the other one we watched? Oh, Bless This Mess. There has been some new episodes of that, but none last week. So nothing really new there. We have been watching the Farrelly Brothers films with the kids, and you got to kind of be careful. There's a lot of stuff in there that's definitely not appropriate for children, so we've had to zoom through some of it. But we did watch Kingpin with the kids, and they didn't get most of those nasty jokes, but the stuff that they saw, they did like a lot, and they had a lot of fun with it. And then we did watch Something About Mary. Had to get through a lot of that. That is pretty raunchy in parts, but it's still a very funny movie, and they really laugh their butts off at a lot of it too. And I think something that's really funny about that movie, knowing what we know now, is Brett Favre. The big joke is Brett Favre was her boyfriend that she was with before she went back to this guy. Anyway, long story short, he's such a great guy, an all-American guy. Well, little did we know he was sending dick pics to people. So that was kind of funny to think about that while we were watching that. Other than that, I know I say a lot. I'm sorry. Still reading Dust to Dust by my boy Mikey, by MC Norris. I'll put a link to that book as well. Go get that book if you can and read that sucker on Kindle. It's pretty solid. If not on Kindle, I think you can actually get a paperback version of it. All his books, everything I've read about him, they're up my alley for sure. I need to really think about reading all of them. Oh, I know what I saw. Dune, the new film adaptation of Dune is coming. If you haven't seen the images to that, pretty fantastic. If you've never read Dune, this is the perfect time to read it. It's a very difficult book to read. There are so many characters and so many planets and stuff to remember, but you should be pretty focused right now because you ain't got much else to do. So maybe give Dune a chance as far as reading that sucker if you can. But that's about it, guys. I mean, there's really nothing else going on. I'll reach out to you again next week with some more stuff. Hopefully I got a little more for you. I need to hook up with Keith Beard and get that episode recorded soon too. I promise I will. Hey, but until then, get off my lawn.